Hey there YouTube lovers, my name is BB8 and today I am going to review Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I don't think I've said this on my channel yet, but if I had to pick one Call of Duty series to consider my favourite, it would definitely be Black Ops. The reason that the Black Ops series is considered one of my favourites is because I consider the storylines to be the most interesting as well as the multiplayer maps. The Black Ops series, particularly Black Ops 3, probably has to be one of my favourite zombies modes, not just in Black Ops, but Call of Duty as a whole. And before I get into my review itself, I just want to give a brief recap on what I thought on each Call of Duty game since 2020. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War provided a solid start to the decade of Call of Duty, despite being the weakest in the whole Black Ops series, with Black Ops 4. Vanguard exists. Modern Warfare 2 was probably the best Call of Duty game since 2020 by far, while Modern Warfare 3 was just a cash grab to try and replicate the success of Modern Warfare 2 that released the year prior, but thanks to its overwhelming zombies mode and boring campaign, it failed. Which is why I did initially plan on doing a BB8's house reviews for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, but I never actually got one out because I gave up on Modern Warfare 3 too easily. So, that's my recap on the 2020's Call of Duty games. Now, you're not here for them, you're here for Black Ops 6. And what did I think about it? You're about to find out. So, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Now, here is a quick note about this review before we actually get into it. I just want to confirm that my review for Call of Duty Black Ops 6, or if I end up reviewing any other Call of Duty game in the future, will be structured differently from my other reviews, since it's not going to use the gameplay, graphics and performance, characters, and story sections as seen in my other reviews. No, the structure will be different for Black Ops 6. Here is how I will structure it. Gameplay will stay, multiplayer, zombies, and campaign will be added in, with the verdict and final score staying in. Because unlike IGN that does 3 separate reviews for each Call of Duty game, being the multiplayer, zombies, and campaign, I'm gonna do it in like one video. And I know this structure is different compared to my other BB8's house reviews, but with the different areas within Black Ops 6 to talk about within a limited time, I feel like I needed to rework the structure for Call of Duty in particular. And with that being said, let's get into the review. For the gameplay, the new Omni Movement system, which was a major marketing point for Black Ops 6, makes every action in the game feel so responsive by being able to fire your gun while moving in any direction, even while sprinting and diving. This gives players a new level of control that makes the matches more exciting to play, and even makes the movement feel more real and dynamic. This system does bring new life into the core mechanics of the Call of Duty series, while also making gunfights more engaging and fast-paced. However, I think it is worth bringing up that the campaign in Black Ops 6 barely uses the new Omni Movement system. Kind of feels like a missed opportunity, especially since the Omni Movement system was a big hook within the game's marketing this time. Even though the campaign didn't take any form of advantage of the Omni Movement gimmick, the gameplay is still enjoyable between all 3 modes. The gameplay is more fast-paced than other Call of Duty games to have released since 2020 by making the gunfights more engaging to play through. For the multiplayer in Black Ops 6 feels fresh this time, especially with the Omni Movement system, which does make moves not just from you, but other players as well feel more unpredictable, with the maps being well designed to tailor the new Omni Movement gimmick. No matter how you choose to play the game, whether you prefer to casually fire with assault rifles or prefer to go to high ground with a sniper, the maps feel like they adapt to every playstyle in the game. And while I tend not to put real money into Call of Duty, the progression system is solid, with a variety of unlocks that encourage players to continue to play the game without feeling like a full-on grind. And Black Ops 6 still features the Battle Pass system like in all modern Call of Duty games, but I just tend not to purchase them. The match pacing this time feels just right, with a good amount of time to keep the action intense but fair at the same time. And I feel like the newer Call of Duty games, in terms of multiplayer, didn't include a feature that made me invested in the multiplayer, such as Vanguard and Modern Warfare 3. But thanks to the Omni Movement feature in Black Ops 6, that's what makes this multiplayer mode stand out to me more than newer Call of Duty games. For the Zombies mode, the Zombies mode in Black Ops 6 was a real treat for me, since Black Ops 3 featured my favourite Zombies mode within the whole Call of Duty franchise. The previous few Zombies modes, such as the ones from Vanguard and Modern Warfare 3, didn't work for me, with each of them having their own areas I didn't like about them. In Vanguard, zombies felt rushed and lacked the complexity of Black Ops 3's Zombies mode, especially with the uninspired objectives and the gameplay feeling a bit repetitive. While Modern Warfare 3 took the open world approach, which I didn't mind, but the Zombies mode in Modern Warfare 3 suffers with horrible pacing, especially with the Zombies mode matches in Modern Warfare 3 lasting 40 minutes per match. But Black Ops 6 feels exactly what I wanted from a Zombies mode, thanks to the inclusion of the progression system, where you can unlock more areas with currency that you can earn from fighting zombies, which can go towards more powerful weapons and upgrading your weapon rarity as well. The Gobble Gun mechanic, which has only appeared in Black Ops 3 previously, makes its return in Black Ops 6, which I am pleased with, because the Gobble Gun mechanic plays a huge part in what made Black Ops 3's Zombies mode special to me. The maps may not be as impactful as Black Ops 3 with the Shadows of Evil, which is a goated zombies map if you haven't played it already, but the map variety in Black Ops 6 is solid, with 3 when I started playing it, with the Tomb being added later on. My favourite from the Black Ops 6's roster of zombies maps probably had to be Liberty Falls. It has been a long time since we've had a zombies mode as engaging as Black Ops 3's, but the zombies mode for Black Ops 6 is definitely the zombies mode I've been waiting for. The one issue I need to address with the zombies mode is the AI recast of 2 characters from the zombies mode, being William Peck and Samantha Maxis. While it isn't explicitly confirmed by Activision that these characters were recast with AI, a lot of people have addressed that neither voice actors for the characters in their original games were credited in the credits of the game. And if I'm being honest, I'm mixed with the use of AI personally, since I do think that it can do cool things, but voice acting needs to be done by real people. The AI recasting in the game was barely noticeable, and this issue is barely to do with the game itself, but how this is potentially having an impact on video game voice actors and how they are using AI to save money instead of paying human voice actors. Now, to conclude the review, we have the campaign. The campaign in Black Ops 6 has been quite the surprise for me, since it stands out as my favourite Call of Duty campaign of the decade so far, thanks to its fast-paced detective story that keeps me engaged the whole way through. In comparison to Modern Warfare 3 from the year prior, the campaign in Modern Warfare 3 didn't work for me because it lacked the storytelling and well-made mission design that Black Ops 6 delivered with. And if I'm being honest, the campaign in Modern Warfare 3 was not really that good, since I had to constantly take breaks or paused the mission entirely because I got that bored. I never actually got to finish the campaign of Modern Warfare 3 because the missions in it weren't really that good. And the only mission I can say was at least decent was Reactor, where you fight in an open world map and that's it. Unlike Black Ops 6, where each mission had a purpose and enjoyment out of it, Modern Warfare 3 struggled with its campaign because it felt more like an afterthought than a functioning campaign. And despite one decent mission, it wasn't enough to save a 5 out of 10 Call of Duty game. But back to Black Ops 6. The campaign here was a real treat, with a whole bunch of unexpected twists to enjoy here. My favourite mission in Black Ops 6 probably had to be Emergence, where you play within a brutalist government building overrun by zombies within a hallucination, which, as a fan of the Black Ops 3 Zombies mode, this was a real treat for me. And the brutalist building that the Emergence mission takes place in would have made a great zombies map in not just Black Ops 6, but maybe a Black Ops game in the future. The rock music during the mini boss fights within Emergence slapped. Like, literally. It slapped so hard it felt like I was playing a Doom game. In a good way, of course. The pacing of the campaign was fair, with only one mission that made it feel like filler, and that was Separation Anxiety, where we go into the head of Jane Harrow, where we explore her past. And while the mission doesn't feel Call of Duty, it does a solid job at developing Jane Harrow as a character. And while the Omni Movement system, which was integrated into every other aspect of the game, such as the multiplayer and the zombies mode, but not the campaign, the mission design in the game is what makes up for the Omni Movement system not being included in the campaign, thanks to its entertaining detective story. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is exactly what the Call of Duty series has needed, especially since Modern Warfare 2 from 2022 wasn't enough to make up for the missteps like Vanguard and Modern Warfare 3. But thanks to the Omni Movement system, which is a breath of fresh air within the gameplay, Black Ops 6 has surpassed Modern Warfare 2 from 2022 as my favourite Call of Duty of the decade. The multiplayer is fast-paced and engaging thanks to its well-designed map, which complement really well with the new Omni Movement feature. The Zombies mode is probably the best Zombies mode we've had in a Call of Duty game since Black Ops 3, thanks to its addictive progression-based maps like Liberty Falls, and the return of the gimmick that made Black Ops 3 Zombies mode my favourite, being the Gobblegum mechanic. The campaign was a big surprise this time, thanks to its detective-like story. Emergence being the standout mission for me, and the soundtrack in the campaign really slaps, complementing the intensity of some of the moments. And while there are minor issues with Black Ops 6, like the underutilization of Omni Movement within the campaign, and while it hasn't been explicitly said by Activision themselves that characters were recast with AI, if this is true, the choice may be a bit questionable, but these flaws don't tend to overshadow the quality of Black Ops 6. And that is why I give Call of Duty Black Ops 6 the collector perk with the certified silver accolade. And overall, I give Call of Duty Black Ops 6 a 9 out of 10. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is not just a return to form for Call of Duty. It is a new high for the Call of Duty series, since it's been a long time since we've got a Call of Duty game that's as high as like a 9 out of 10. And I'd probably say this is the first 9 out of 10 Call of Duty games since Black Ops 3. Since I'm not saying that Call of Duty games we've had since Black Ops 3 were terrible or anything like that, but after all the Infinite Warfares, Vanguards, and Modern Warfare 3s we had to get to Black Ops 6, it was sure a wild ride. And I'm hoping that Black Ops 6 is not the last we see of the Black Ops series. So guys, what did you think of my review of Call of Duty Black Ops 6? Next on BB8's House Reviews is either a BB8's House Reviews remix with Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, or standard with Super Mario Party Jamboree. So, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and turn your notification bell on so you don't miss another video like this one in the future. But I will see you all in a future BB8's House Reviews video. BB8 out.